Parajita Sarangi, both Saket Gokhale and Shaba Mohammed have made this one point. And let's just look at the optics of it all. You have the ED questioning Rahul Gandhi, day 2. You have the CBI questioning Rujita Banerjee, who is the wife of Abhishek Banerjee, the nephew of Mamta Banerjee. Let's look at other political parties. You have Satyendra Jain, who is right now in the ED crosshairs where the Aam Aadmi Party is concerned. The question that the opposition collectively is putting at the doorstep of the BJP, Ms. Sarangi, is there that no BJP leaders corrupt? Because, I'll give you an example. You had Mr. Ishwarappa, where the dying declaration of somebody who committed suicide accused him of corruption. Yet no action is being taken there.
A very good evening.
Good evening.
For the past 2 days, we have been seeing that corruption is being celebrated on the streets of Delhi. And whatever Congress and all its members are doing is nothing but having come out in support of corruption. Now, what's the big deal about it? Enforcement Directorate and CBI, these are investigating agencies. These agencies have been created under the Constitution of India. They are doing their job. They are carrying out their routine tasks of interrogation. They have not put Rahul Gandhi behind jail. They are just interrogating. They want to reach a conclusion. A case is pending and they want to reach a conclusion. Why this hue and cry by Congress? Why this staging of political drama for the past 2 days, causing inconvenience to the people around? Please recall when Prime Minister Modi, when he was the Chief Minister of Gujarat, had been summoned by SIT, and for full 9 hours, SIT had interrogated him in a closed room. And I have seen the footages. I would request the 2 panelists and others to see the footages. He came out of the room, and when people asked, and when the media asked, what was your experience? He said, I think we should abide by the law. Nobody is above law. So what does Gandhi family want to prove? Are they above law? What is the problem? If they have nothing to hide, if they have nothing to fear, then why this hue and cry? Why is this fear? What is the thing that will come out if he is interrogated? I think, it would have been decency on part of Congress, on part of each member of Congress, if Rahul Gandhi would have walked alone and Rahul Gandhi would have said, I want to be interrogated, I have nothing to hide, there are no skeletons in the cupboard, and I'm ready for any interrogation. You know what? Yeah. He would have really gone up in the eyes of the people of the nation.
But Ms. Sarangi, the fact is the fear that the Congress and the TMC elucidates is that what happens to those that you pick up who had cases which the ED pursued, which the CBI pursued and central agency pursued, and suddenly have gone into cold storage. There have been many which were elucidated by Ms. Shama Mohammed, by Saket Gokhale, many leaders. What happens there?
No,
that's the question that they're asking.
26th May 2014, Prime Minister Modi has become the Prime Minister of the country. He has taken the reins of the country in his hands. And he has always said there is zero tolerance to corruption. See, it is basically as to how we want to see a situation. In fact, there is absolutely, I reiterate, there is absolutely zero
but Madam,
tolerance
either
to
bring in
corruption.
Shama Mohammed, Suvendu Adhikari, Himanta Biswa Sarma, it's a long list. And cases have gone cold there. That's the question that is being raised by the opposition.
I'm telling you, all the investigating agencies are on job, and I can only say 2 wrongs do not make a right. See, they are deflecting, they are deviating from the central concern. The concern today is the ED case, the National Herald case. Now, can these people say that Rahul Gandhi can absolve himself of all responsibilities? I have a few questions. If you would have given me time, I would have asked those questions. Of course, ED has put 55 questions. 25 questions of ED have been answered. I don't know how satisfactorily, but yes, Rahul Gandhi has
answered. Ma'am, I'll bring in Shama Mohammed, but the fact
many
is,
questions have been put before.
Ma'am, how does the BJP know what questions the ED has asked?
Yeah, how is the BJP privy to ED investigation?
No.
Okay, I'm going to come back to that. I'm going to come back to that. Okay.
No, this has come out in the news yesterday. I'm sorry. You do not come to the news channel.
You're quoting a news piece. You're quoting a news piece.
Yes, of course. I'm quoting a news piece.
Okay, can I just go one by one? Okay, Ms. Sarangi.
Newspaper yesterday.
Ms. Sarangi, you've made your point. I want to cut across. Shama Mohammed wants to come in for a rebuttal, and I'll cut across to Saket Gokhale after that. Go ahead,
Yeah,
Ms. Mohammed.
I need you to give me some time. One, she said corruption has been celebrated. That means, is she saying that Rahul Gandhi is corrupt? I mean, there is nothing. He has not been arrested. In that context, I can say that then Mr. Amit Shah is a fake encounter specialist because he was behind bars for fake encounters. That is what it is. So he's an encounter specialist. That's what she's saying. Yedurappa was behind bars. That means he's the most corrupt politician in India. So she cannot say these sort of things that, when somebody's been questioned, they're corrupt. Number one. Number two, she's saying that, Mr. Modi went alone. Look at him. Oh, so sad. There was huge evidence first against Mr. Modi and whatever the SIT probe. There was huge one. Number two, during that time, ED didn't just go after our own people. Remember when there was an allegation, Ashok Chavan resigned. When there was an allegation, Pawan Bansal resigned. Many such, Ashwini Kumar, the law minister, had resigned. So that is our government. When we saw that there is an allegation against any of the ministers or any chief minister, we would ask them to resign so that they should get impartial.
No. Okay, Ms. Mohammed, there's no grandstanding there. You and I both know under what conditions Mr. Chavan resigned.
Let me finish.
There is no grandstanding there. Yes.
Let me finish. So during our time, people, when there was an allegation, they resigned. This is not the time. Now what happens is, nobody from the party, even the person whose father, the boy who was involved in killing of the farmers, his father, Mr. Teni, was the Minister of State for Home. He did not resign. There is no resignation when there's involvement from their side and when there's huge allegation. Now, in the National Herald case, she keeps talking, oh, what a big corruption, she doesn't understand the case. That's the most important thing. Young India is a company formed by the Special Companies Act, and which in the section 25, the people, whoever the director
Can
is,
I come in
or
for 30
anybody, they can.
Shama,
come in for
Shama, the
30
fact
seconds?
is, this debate, if we get into the merits of the case,
Can I
that's
come
a
in for
different
30
debate.
seconds?
Let's not get into the merits of the case, because then it will go to a different trajectory.
There's something I wish to add here.
Yes, I'm
Can
coming
I
to
come
you,
in
Mr.
for
Gupta.
30 seconds?
One last point.
Madam, I'll come to each one of you. Shama, would you give me, can I go to Mr. Gokhale? I'm coming right back to you. Okay, ma'am, make your point. Make your point.
The ED cannot question him under the Prevention of Money Laundering Act because there is no FIR. When there is no FIR, ED has no right to
Ma'am,
question
even that is
Mr. Rahul
contentious. You're
Gandhi
getting into
under
the merits of the
Prevention
case. We
Money
can get
Laundering
into
Act.
that, but this is not the platform.
There
This is
is
a
no
political
FIR,
debate.
so there is
This
no
is
case.
not
No,
a
madam.
platform,
Madam,
Dr.
the ED is
Shama
not
Mohammed.
required to
When you
file an
agitated,
FIR. That's a different
Why do you
issue.
look so agitated?
Okay, sorry, Mr.
Why are you so
Gokhale.
agitated?
Cannot be questioned. This is
Okay.
illegal.